Welcome, Queen. Should you ask him to marry you? Disclaimer, I got my notes today because I got to go to a funeral. And I don't know about your family, but my family, child, do your family ever plan things and you don't quite know how it's going to go and what's going to happen and who's going to be responsible for what? Yeah, I want to say something, but I'm not going to say nothing because it's already enough drama. So I'm going to just be quiet. I'm going to just be quiet and I'm going to stay on track. So, like I was saying, have you ever wondered if the man you're dating, if you should ask him to marry you? If so, then today's video just may provide you the insights that you need so you can get the clarity you need to put your mind at ease so you can have peace in your heart and soul. And so, ladies, second disclaimer. I do study the Bible, but I am not a Bible scholar. Not at all. But listen, I know you've probably heard this. When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. I know you were saying it right. I know you was. So listen, that's true. That's very true. And I have been guilty myself of not stating that second part, which says he obtains favor from the Lord. And let me tell you, obtaining the favor of the Lord is no easy thing to do. To have the Lord be pleased with your life, to have the Lord's acceptance, to have his blessing over your life, over your decisions, that's no small thing. And yet too often, many people don't speak of that. They don't talk about it. Society at whole just kind of dismisses it. But it is very important. And marriage is a biblical principle. So it's really not for everybody because everybody ain't called to it. Marriage ain't for suckers. If you're saying you want marriage, you're saying you're willing to be challenged, you're willing to be stretched, you're willing to see life through somebody else's lenses. Think about that. Because here's the thing with marriage. When a man leaves his wife, when a man leaves his family, his mother and his father, then he is to become one with his wife. That's you, if he chooses you. And let's just keep it real. In today's society, many of us did not grow up with both our parents in the home. Some of us did, but for most of us, that's not the case. And to keep it even realer, that's not a word, but we're going to use it today. The truth of the matter is his parents may have not even raised him. He could have grew up in foster care. But for whoever raised him, once he decides to take on a wife, then he is to become one with that wife. They are to live, you all are to live as a unit, as a couple. And you may be saying, why are you going through this? Because before we get into should you ask him to marry you, we need to be clear on what marriage is. Because it is not something we do just to have somebody with us, just to pass the time, just because we don't want to be alone. Or we want financial security. Yeah, I said that because oftentimes people are not taking marriage seriously. They're not seeing it for what it truly is. Think about it. That's why the divorce rate is so high. It's not just oftentimes because people feel out of love. It's because two people who got together really, in most instances, shouldn't have been together in the first place. Yeah. So, again, I'm not here to offend. I'm not here to defend. So if you cut up in my comment sections, well, I got an answer for that. Okay? I'm just letting you know. Again, not a Bible scholar. While I do study the Bible. But please, remember, don't cut up in my comment section. Fair warning. I said it twice. Now, because of that, I'm not going to tell you what you should or should not do as it relates to asking him, because you are your own person. You are an adult. But what I will say is this. If you feel the need, if you feel pressured, if you feel you should, you must ask a man that you're dating to marry you, then that troubles me. And it troubles me for these 3 reasons. Number 1, it's possible you're ready for something that he's not ready for. Yeah, the man that you're dating, he might not be ready for it. Translation, you want something that he doesn't want. Secondly, it's possible that the man you're with doesn't value marriage the same as you do. Meaning, he has this set of values and you have that set of values, and they don't align with one another. And number three, it's possible you may be overlooking red flags or manipulation tactics because you don't want to let something go that's already died. So please understand that when a man knows that you're the one he wants to spend his life with, then he should be leading in love. And if he is, you should see it in his actions, which means you shouldn't be questioning if you should ask him to marry you. As always, I'm Sam telling you, 24 hours doesn't seem long, but in 24 hours, you could change your life. So go ahead and do something life-changing now.